So I've been seeing this trend going around YouTube talking about the worst pieces of video game music of all time. And being someone with a musical background, I figured this topic was right up my alley. Musical judgment sounds like a delightful video topic. However, rather than relying on pre-made playlists, I decided to ask you, my wonderful viewers at home, what you thought the worst pieces of video game music were of all time. On the flip side of the coin, I also asked for the best pieces of video game music, but we'll see that in the next video. I kind of wanted to start with the spicy takes first. I figured that would be a little bit more fun. Hi everybody, my name's Alex, aka Quality, and welcome back to the channel. So I got a bunch of responses, which thank you all for everybody who submitted a response for both questions. I really appreciate it. I won't be able to get through all 42 responses in this video. We'll probably do like 15 or so, but any ones I don't cover in this video, I'm planning on doing like a companion stream over on my Twitch channel to go through the rest of the submissions, because I feel like there's a lot of music out there. It's hard to cover all in one video, or two videos in this case, but I want to see what the people have to say. I'm a woman of the people, you know? Now, I'm the type of person that when I play a video game, the bad music doesn't necessarily stick out unless it's horrifically bad, so I'm really interested to see what people picked for this question specifically. There were a lot more responses for the best pieces of video game music. I had a lot of people say it's hard to pick a bad one because there is no bad video game music. But there is. There is. I know there is. Alright, the very first one we have is from Back to the Future from the NES. I feel like NES music can go one of two ways, to be honest. Like, you're gonna have some bops, or you're gonna have the hokiest thing you've ever heard in your life. And obviously that's the limitation of the console. I'm interested. I've never played Back to the Future on the NES, so we'll see. This is just a stage theme. Well, it's repetitive, that's for sure. It is very repetitive. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. That's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. But I feel as though this would get a little old very fast, to be honest. This is... like, this part is cool. I like this part, but it's not... It doesn't add too much. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Switching it up. All right. Not too bad. Honestly, so far, it's hard to talk and listen at the same time. I've never done this before. It's definitely repetitive. It's definitely very, very, very repetitive. But like that kind of middle section, it's kind of boppy. I don't hate it. I don't super hate it. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rank these 1 through 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being not too terrible. But like, I feel like if I were playing this game, I do feel like this would get old very fast, because when it just says stage theme, I have to assume that means that it's not just on one specific stage, it's probably playing throughout the game, and I feel like it would get really tiring really, really fast. That's my thoughts. That's how I feel about it. That extra little bit we just got to was kind of cool, but how long does that last? Oh, never mind. It's back to the original thing. And the fact that this song, this recording is 3 minutes long, I don't think it's that good. This part is cool. Like, that's cool. This part is cool, though. It's like, it changes it up just enough where it's like, you know, it's still not any, like, incredible piece of music, but it's kind of like, oh yeah, we're at this part of the song now, and then it goes back to the which is, I don't know. What does it have to do with Back to the Future, I wonder? I have no idea. Anyways, I would say I give this one probably a good, like, we'll give it a 5. It's not that bad, it's just repetitive, and I feel like it would get really old really quick. Next up we have is Paper Mario Sticker Star, which the Sticker Star, not a great game by any stretch of the imagination. It is my least favorite Paper Mario. However, one thing I will give Sticker Star a lot of the time is the music isn't too bad. I don't remember this one though. It's the low HP final battle second phase. So it's extended. We're not listening to the full 14 minutes, but I don't know if I remember this one, but there's a lot of really good bops in Sticker Star. That's like the one redeeming quality. So I'll be interested to see why somebody thought this one was bad. Wow! Okay, I understand. It's silly. It's really silly. Oh gosh. I think the problem is I can't even remember what the original like final boss theme sounds like. So having this in my ears is wacky as heck because it's like, what? What is this? That's really good. I like it. It's bad. It's really, really bad, but it's funny. Like, that is something I do appreciate about, I feel like Mario RPGs do it a lot, is they will make that low HP music annoying as heck, so you do something about it. And I do feel as though this song makes that happen for sure. It's so wacky, but it hurts my ears and it hurts my head, but it's so funny. It's so funny. I would give it like a 9 in terms of funniness, but in terms of like, actually, I can't listen to this. I can't sit down and listen to this. I'd probably give it like a 3. It's not very good. It's not very good at all. We'll keep going a little bit, but... Well, and I just think it's so funny because it's the final battle, so the fact that it's like, oh yeah, you're in this epic fight, and say you're like, you're out of health, you're so low health, you have nothing you can do, this is what you're listening to in that final battle. That is insane. That is so funny. What the heck? I like it. I think it's so funny. It's terrible. So in my heart, it's like a 9, but I think in terms of actual palatability and being able to listen to it, it's a 3. This next one is from Wario World. I don't know anything about this game. I don't own it. I've never played it. All I know is that it exists, so I'm very intrigued to hear what this one sounds like. All it says is paused, so I'm assuming this is pause menu music, but I'm not sure, so I guess let's see what happens. You know, I don't know what else I expected from a Wario game. Thank you, Charles Martinet, for this gift. I think it's Charles Martinet. Maybe it's not. Oh my gosh. And I love it too, because they're using like the, gosh, I can never remember what they're called, but they're the wooden instruments that you can use to make a frog sound. Or maybe they're just using a frog sample, I have no idea. That is so funny though. This is, honestly, this isn't giving me so much like pause music, this is giving me like Wario owns a store in the woods kind of situation. Wario's Woods. And that's what he, like, this is his shop theme. That's the vibe I get. This is so, I don't like that it just starts with Wario going, nah, 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 nah. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah, not a fan of this one. I think it's ridiculous. That's the thing, most of these are just gonna make me laugh. I love listening to terrible, terrible music because it's just a hilarious experience. But yeah, I would give this is another like 3. I would actually say, you know, Sticker Star, maybe I'll bump that up to like a 4 because I feel like at least that's more interesting. But I feel as though this is definitely not great. I'd say this is a 3. This is a 3. Well, for if anybody's keeping track, we'll bump Sticker Star up to 4, but this is not good. I don't like this one. All right, so I can't remember what Spider-Man game has the pizza theme, but I hate that song more than life itself. I don't know if Spider-Man animated series for the SNES is the same game. I can't remember, but this is level 1 from that game, so I guess we'll see. We'll see if this is better than the Pizzeria song. I'm gonna have to crank this. There's like... Okay, this is ridiculous. There is nothing going on. There's nothing going on. Like, there's almost nothing there in terms of background music. You have like kind of this metallic-y sound in the background, but otherwise that's about it. With like a very tiny melodic line copied and pasted like 25 times. Yeah, not good. Not good. Just boring. It's not, this one's not even funny. This one's just dumb. This one's just really, really boring. Not a fan. bottom of the pile so far. I give it like a 2. Just not interesting. Not interesting at all. Like, at least with the Back to the Future one, I could bop in that middle section, and I was like, okay. I still think maybe, what, I give it a 5 or a 6? Maybe that's too generous. Maybe well, I'll keep it at a 5, I guess. But this one, not good. Not good or interesting in any stretch of the imagination. I don't even feel like we need to listen to it anymore. All right, this one popped up a lot, to be honest. Many people were like the mansion basement from Resident Evil, which I know Resident Evil is not known for its spectacular music, from what I know. I really can't think of any music from the games at all. I don't play Resident Evil really anyways, but like, I can't even think of any of the music. So I'll be interested to see why so many people thought this one was so bad. I'm cranking this one. What is going on? What is happening? What is happening at all to this? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Wow. Why did they make this decision is my question. Like, why were they like, oh yeah, this is really gonna scare them. We need some crazy dissonance and some freaking brass instruments. MIDI brass instruments. Why? I don't like that at all. Why did they think that was scary? What about that screams mansion basement, I wonder? Like, did the creators of Resident Evil just have a brass section, a really like bad 6th grade brass section in their basement, and that's what they decided was like the scariest sound they could make? What? Okay, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting that. That is definitely like not great. I'd say it's a 1, maybe a 2, because it is funny. It is really, really funny. And it's like, it almost sounds like they're trying, it really does sound like a 6th grade brass section. Like they've been playing out of Essential Elements, the beginning band book, for maybe like 2 months. It's like right before their concert, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do a brass ensemble. And that's what happens. That's what happens when you let them do that. All right, I'm putting this one on here because I feel as though this one I keep seeing and everybody's like, why do people think this song is bad? And I've listened to a little bit of it, but I haven't wanted to spoil myself too much, but it's the Buck Bumble main theme. I've never played Buck Bumble. I don't know what it is. I think you're a bumblebee and that's about it. But we'll see. We'll see. Why do people think this one is bad? What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity buck bumble. What about now? What? It's time to rock with the biggity buck bumble. Yeah. Immediate party. This is an immediate party. I have to turn this down. I'm gonna have to like change all of the sound stuff when I'm editing this, but what? Who could, why would anybody think this is bad? Why would anybody think this is bad? This is so good. Who is Justin Charbona the one rapping? I love it. This is like hardcore Crazy Frog vibes. I like it. This is great. I want to know why people think this is so bad, but I'm like, I can't stop dancing. Like, what? No, I love that. I love that. That is awesome. That is so good. Why would anybody think that is bad? Is it just me? Is Buck Bumble a bad game? Is that why people think the song is bad? But I'm like, I'm Buck Bumbling myself, to be honest. Like, I'm rocking out. This is great. This is a really good, this is a 10. This is super fun. And I'm not just throwing 10s around this place. Like, that is a bop. That is a true bop, and I will be playing it at the club. I don't go to the club. Nobody invites me to the club. There were also a few Yoshi songs that suggested, which, Okay, there is one Yoshi song, and I think it's from Yoshi's Island where where all the Yoshis are singing. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big Yoshi fan, but I feel like it's a little much. So I'm interested to see why What's It Gonna Be from Yoshi's Crafted World was put on here. I've never played Crafted World. It's one of those Switch games that I just never picked up. I maybe will grab it if I can get it for super cheap, but yeah, so I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Okay. I love the kazoo. That's so good. That's so good. Okay, I can understand why somebody would think this song is annoying, but I feel like for Yoshi's Crafted World, this is kind of perfect. It's like, again, between Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Crafted World, which I know people don't like Crafted World as much as Woolly World, but you're in this world of crafts, and like the aesthetic is childhood crafts, and I feel like this really exudes that with the kazoo and like just all of the like, I don't even know. It's very percussive, but like cutely percussive. I don't know. I kind of like it. I want to keep going. The recorder. Oh my god, I love it. This is another one where it's hokey, but it's funny. I'm into it. I'm super into it. I'd give this one like an 8. I think it fits the game super well. I don't know What's It Gonna Be is. Is that like a random chance aspect of Yoshi's Crafted World? I don't know. But yeah, I think that's fun. I think that's really fun. But I'm a big fan of kazoos. If you follow me on Twitch, if you've been on my Twitch channel, you know I have a very, very, very special history with the kazoo. But yeah, I think that's fun. I think that's an 8. I understand why people think that's bad, but I don't think that's bad. All right, this one is from Crisis Core, which I also still have not played Crisis Core. We had it for the PSP when I was growing up, never played it. Finally got it for the Switch not that long ago and still haven't played it. I know a lot of people are pretty into Crisis Core, so I'm interested to see why somebody thought the music was bad. I don't know. I've never really heard anything about the music, so I guess maybe it's a good game with bad music. I don't know. We'll see, but this is the encounter theme. Not too bad. It's kind of heavy, I will say that. I gotta turn it down a little bit. Does it move past this point? Okay. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too terribly bad, but I also do think it might be a little crazy, like unnecessarily so. It seems like one of those songs where it feels like it's gonna build, and then it like kind of does. It gives that feeling, but then it never gets past that point. Like even the little melodic line we got in there, nothing much happened. Nothing much happened. It was really, really backseat to the da 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 da. That sounded more like, making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound to da-da-da-da-da-da. That's what it sounds like. That's kind of the vibe that I get from this song. It's not the worst thing in the world, but given how much good music is in Final Fantasy, just as a series, I feel like this is not a strong entry. I don't think. I don't want to play too much because I don't want Square Enix to arrest me. But yeah, that one's fine, I guess. I'll give it like a 5, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't like continue to be epic. You have a very strong start that just, that's it. That's it. So yeah, a 5, I guess. Next one we have is from Destiny 2. Now, I've never played Destiny 1 or 2 because I feel like that's one of those games that would really trigger my motion sickness. But I have a lot of friends that play Destiny like every day, so I'm kind of interested. Anytime I've watched them play, I've never listened to the music, so I'm kind of interested to see what it's like, because I have really no point of reference, because I usually just hear them talking, so I never hear the background music. But this is Homecoming. All right. I think it's kind of going for ambience, and then okay. hear a bass clarinet. That's a pretty good thing, actually. I'm gonna pause for a second. It's not a very long song based on this recording, so it's interesting that we haven't, like, moved at all anywhere. Based on the beginning, it's not bad. It's very ambient and cinematic, which, I mean, I guess makes sense for a game like Destiny. Like, I feel like you're gonna get that in a lot of AAA titles. They go for that movie-style soundtrack, and I feel like this is very, like, movie trailer-esque. I don't really know what's going on game-wise here. Like, it's hard to place, like, what would even be going on in a scene like this, and I think that's what's kind of, like, not exciting me. It's not bad. It sounds nice. Again, love that I can hear a freaking bass clarinet. Excellent. That's wonderful. I don't know. We'll listen a little bit more, but I want to see it go somewhere, and it doesn't. And now it's super loud. Okay? Anything else? Those poor violin players, my gosh. Okay. Again, it's not bad. It's not bad, it's just not interesting. Ah, yes, I love stuff like that where it's like, oh, we're gonna set some tension, so let's do some dissonance. It's effective in pieces that are, like, already interesting, but here it just kind of seems out of place. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I think it's fine, but it's just not interesting. And I feel like that is something that, unfortunately, a lot of AAA titles are stepping away from, is, like, genuinely good soundtracks to focus more on cinematic, more background music type situations. And I really think that's a shame, because you can have great compositions that are still interesting and memorable. Like this, whoever submitted this, I'm even surprised that you remembered this was a piece, because it's so not memorable. To me, at least. I mean, hopefully if somebody, a big Destiny 2 fan out there is like, that's my favorite song, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm gonna remember it after this video. It's not great. I'd give it another 5. It's like right in the middle of the pack where it's, you know, the music itself is okay, but it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't evoke any emotion. And with a title like Homecoming, I mean, I have to assume that it's, you know, like, I still don't know any of the Destiny terms, but maybe you're coming back from somewhere, or like, maybe there's some lore. I have no idea. Destiny fans explain to me, I have no idea. However, it's just not that interesting, so yeah, 5. We have a Zelda piece of music. That's whack, because I feel like Zelda has pretty good music across the series, but two games I don't really remember the music of too well, aside from some of the bigger hits, are the Oracle games. So this is the Gnarled Root Dungeon from Oracle of Seasons. I don't think I remember this. I could not hum this off the top of my head, so we'll see. Oh, I thought there was gonna be another one. Okay. Alright. Oh, we had an extra one there, okay. Okay. I like this part. We have a little bit more actual, like, music and motion going on here. Which, again, when you have a Game Boy or Game Boy Color, NES, whatever, there are limitations on what you can do. So I think a lot of games relied on their soundtracks being very percussive with a lot of da-da, that kind of stuff. But I don't know, that's kind of what makes that more melodic line stand out a little bit more. But in terms of actual interest, it's not very interesting. And I feel like by the time these games came out, there were already more interesting dungeon music in the other Zelda games, and I feel like I mean, Link's Awakening, which came before, is a perfect example. That soundtrack is awesome. That soundtrack is really, really good. So the fact that this kind of came after the fact and it's just not very interesting is like, I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is what I would call bad, but I understand that it's kind of repetitive. No, it is repetitive. It's not kind of repetitive. It is repetitive. So, I don't know, I'd give it like a 4? Maybe a 4? Yeah, we'll go with a 4. There were also a few Sonic submissions as well, so this is Livin' in the City from Sonic R. I'm pretty sure I know what this song is, if I'm remembering the right one. So let's do it. Yeah. I love the beginning of it. Again, it's very of its time, I feel. But we'll let it keep going. I don't know why somebody put this as a bad song, honestly. I gotta turn it down a little bit, but I'm living in the city right now, man. Yeah, no, I can jam with this one. I don't know why anybody would think this one is bad. But I mean, I guess it's not a standout bop. We're not getting Persona levels of jamming and vocal tracks. And I do feel like vocal tracks can go one of two ways, you know what I mean? Like sometimes they can be great, sometimes they cannot be great. But I feel like this has a touch of nostalgia for me for some reason. I don't even know why. I didn't play Sonic R, but I don't know, it's a bop. It just reminds me of the late 90s, early 2000s kind of like jam, boppy, poppy little song, and it's fun. It's fun. Whoever submitted this, I'm very curious. Why don't you like this song? Because it's very happy and fun. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's very, very fun. I do think the lyrics are a little dumb. But aside from that, it's a bop. It's a bop, you know? I mean, yeah, you're living in the city. That's all I can say, is it does make me feel like I'm living in the city and there are people all around and many feelings to be found. Living in the city. I don't know, I give it like a 6 or a 7. It's a bop. I don't know if it's going on the playlist, but it's a bop. It's a bop. All right, this last one, I'm putting on here because I'm angry that somebody would even say this. I just beat Persona 4 Golden not too long ago, and this song is one of my favorites. How could somebody put this on here? So just for that, we're gonna listen to it because I love Heartbeat Heartbreak. It's not my favorite song. I like Signs of Love better, but Heartbeat Heartbreak is like, every time it would come on, I'd be like, yes, yes. So we're doing it. Ah, I love it. It's bringing back the memories of like a week ago when I was still playing this game. I love it. I love it so much. No, it's got such a good groove to it. Like, again, it's kind of like living in the city, but this is a song I'd listen to a lot more casually of like just going about my day, doing my things. I love it. I absolutely love it. Same deal. I want to know, whoever picked this, why you don't like this song. Is it the vocals? Like, I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's a jam. I think it's so fun. I love it. I love it. It's just, I don't know, it's chill, it's fun. I don't know, I feel like it just fits Persona 4 really, really well. I definitely think this is one of like the Persona 4 songs in my opinion. Just, you know, again, new Persona fan, but that's how I feel about it. But no, I love this song. I can't believe somebody would put this on here. This is a 10. This is a 10 for me. I love Heartbeat Heartbreak. Honestly, I think that's gonna do it for some of the picks for the worst pieces of video game music of all time. We had a pretty big variety from the NES to Persona 4 of people's picks, and while I don't agree with all of them, Heartbeat Heartbreak mainly, I think that song is great. And Buck Bumble, I think the Buck Bumble theme is spectacular. I don't know, I really do think it's very fun to look back at just some of those pieces of video game music that you think are just annoying as heck. You want them out of your ear and out of your game. I love it. I just think they're so funny. In terms of my favorites that we've covered, obviously I think Buck Bumble, an understated piece of genius. And the Resident Evil Mansion Basement theme just took me by complete surprise. I love the 6th grade brass section. I think that's wonderful. I just think that is so ridiculous. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me know what your favorite worst piece of video game music was from this video, and also what you just think in general is the worst piece of video game music. Again, I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody's, but I do want to do a stream over on my Twitch channel covering the rest. We can talk about it a little bit more in detail. This was never intended to be like a super musical analysis video by any stretch of the imagination. I just like talking about video game music. It's one of my favorite things to do, even if it's solely based on vibes, and I'm not using my degree at all to make any kind of judgments. But yeah, if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and make sure to check out the companion video to this video for talking about the best pieces of video game music of all time when that comes out. I'm excited. I'm filming that next, so I'm excited to get to that and kind of palate cleanse a little bit. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!